Ladies and gentlemen, dear media friends, dear customers and dear followers, let me welcome you to our first ACJ virtual conference during VBACE. Some may know me, others not. So I'm Heidi Carpenter and I'm Media Relations Manager for Airbus. I will be your moderator today. Please let me introduce you to Benoit Defforge, ACJ President, and Stan Shparberg, ACJ Head of Marketing and Commercial. The press briefing will be followed by a Q&A. Please send your questions to us and we will answer them after our press briefing. Thank you.
So let me start with good morning and good afternoon to all, and to you, Heidi. Thank you for this introduction. Yes, Airbus is a global business aviation company. Our vision is to offer a global solution both for individuals and government. We have the platform for that. We have the team, the experience of the teams, and the mindset to offer special product. Speaking about product, if we deep dive on the ACJ and the ACJ portfolio, we definitely offer the most comprehensive portfolio from 70 square meters up to more than 300, and from 5,600 nautical miles of range to more than 10,000 with the 350. So that demonstrates a bit the size and the completeness of our portfolio, and we are pleased to welcome just now the Acj320. Just saying that if you look at the market we are addressing with the BizLiner, we are addressing more or less 400 units around the world. If you would put all this BizLiner together and introducing the Acj320, it multiplied by 5 the potential market reach, which is an evolution, a huge evolution in our product offering.
Okay, so thank you, Benoit. So how is business aviation doing in these times of crisis?
As it is shown on this slide, the situation is not so bad. We can say that business aviation has a good resilience. First of all, if we look at the number of flights per day and number of hour flight, you can see that the number of flights increase again during the year. We are not yet at the level of what was before the COVID, but the recovery is quite good. Despite the second, you can see in October, despite the second wave in many areas of the world. So that's the first fact, which we can observe. The second thing is that we can observe also some newcomers arriving in our business. So it means some customers are discovering how convenient is business aviation. It's point to point, it's very flexible, it's very safe because you travel with the people you want to travel with. It's less connection, so you don't have to go through the airport, and securities check are much simpler. So they are discovering that, and we really hope that after this difficult period, these newcomers will stay, and a large part of them will stay with us. So that's positive things. If we look a bit more in details to what happened to our ACJ portfolio, order book, more than portfolio, sorry. Order book, all our customers had confirmed the orders and the deliveries. So typically for us, it's no impact for the time being, and it's also one of the elements which made us confident in order to launch the Acj320. One other element which is quite incredible in this tough period is the result of 2020, and the year is not yet finished. We already registered 13 orders and commitments for all our aircraft types, and we already delivered 4 ACJ, which was a record year, quite impressive. And it's the result for sure of all what has been done during the last years, the trust of our customers, but it's also demonstrating, if it's needed, one other element to demonstrate the resilience of the business aviation. And how important also 13 orders this year in Airbus. It's not nothing. It's consistent with the fact that corporate aviation is very important for Airbus. A word about the deliveries. The Acj350, the first Acj350 was delivered. It was in May to the German Air Force. They already performed the longest flight with this aircraft in November. In the coming weeks, we are going to deliver an additional one, a second Acj320. And it's interesting to note this because it means that we have been slightly impacted by the COVID beginning of the year, but now we are delivering this aircraft as planned, and we are also delivering as planned the EasyFit installation. EasyFit is the solution we developed with our outfitting approved outfitters, 3 of them, which are based in Europe and which are interested by outfitting the Acj320. And we developed the interface in between this carbon fuselage of the 350 and the very specific system and the specific cabin they have to install. So it's as it is named, the EasyFit. It's a solution to ease the life of our customers. Wrong button. A word about the Acj320. The word I prefer within this slide is versatile. This platform is quite impressive. We equipped with new engine. It became the Acj320 Neo. We got 3 orders in 2020. It's important to keep in mind that Airbus is also offering some MRTT solution for this platform. It means that customer government can combine MRTT and VIP and governmental cabin. It's a very versatile platform. It's flying around the world, more than 20 hours. And it's a very well-known platform around the world. So for the support, for everything, it's an easy aircraft, I would say, a very robust and efficient one.
Okay, well, thank you, Benoit, for this. So let's go into our bestseller, the Acj320 Neo.
Yeah, that's the heart of our family. That's definitely the heart of our family. Two-thirds of the ACJ flying around the world are from this Acj320 family. And in 2015, based on the Neo development, we launched the Acj319 and 320 Neo. We already sold 17, which is the most successful platform in this segment. We already delivered 8, and we continue to get some orders for this aircraft. As most of you know, we can offer an incredible range for single A, more than 6,700 nautical miles. It's a very, very reliable platform and very competitive in terms of cost of operation.
Okay, so now we come to our latest, the Acj320. So this has been launched beginning of October, and this was live. So now we're going to watch this little video, and then we'll go back to discuss the cabin and all this nice design inside. So, Benoit, Tell us more about this Acj320.
Difficult to speak after this fantastic video. Yes, it's really reimagine your place in the sky. It's the way we build it. I will let Stan speak more about it. I just want to introduce that, saying that with this platform and with this cabin, because it's a package, we are really opening a new market segment, the extra large business jet segment. And when looking at this video, it's really large and very comfortable, and very excited to see the first one coming.
Okay, well, Stan, please
tell us a bit more about the cabin.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you very much. I think I'm extremely delighted to be here presenting this product. And let me talk a little bit about how we came up with the concept. First of all, we looked at what are the customer needs in that segment. You may remember Benoit talked about extending the number of aircrafts that are flying, going from 400 in the bizliners to the 2200 in the bizjets. The customers, typically the feedback we had, looking for space, range, but it has to be within that budget. And when we started analyzing it, we've realized that unfortunately you can only have 2 out of the 3. So we said, how can we find a platform? How can we get to a product which would have no compromises? You know, we all know that if you're looking for a range, but you're on a budget, you're going to be suffering in the space that you have. And it's not extremely comfortable to be spending more than 16 hours in a tube, a small tube. If you're talking about a space, on a budget, you'll always have limitations with range. Obviously, if budget is not an issue, you can come to us, and we have got beautiful products like the Acj350 here that'll give you the longest range and the biggest cabin size. But I guess the whole idea around Acj320 was to look at those 3 components and find something that will not have any compromises for our clients. So talking about space, looking at this picture of the cabin that's coming, you can see that we're at least 2.5 to 3 times larger than the typical business jet, one of the largest biz jets that you can get today in the ultra long range segment. We're talking about over 800 square feet of space. We're talking about a king size, or California king, for those of us in the North America, California king size bed, which comes as a standard. You've got the largest screen in the industry with a 55-inch screen that would be installed on that aircraft. You're talking about a full stand-up rain shower with all the amenities, a spa-like experience on your aircraft. And on top of that, you are flying more than 12 hours, so 5,600, more than 5,600 nautical miles. Talking about optimization and efficiencies, we started looking into how do we get that at the right price level? And how do we get something that's really optimal using all our experience from the past, talking to the customers, knowing our experience from the ACJ? We said that for that particular segment, we need to have a signature flexible cabin catalog where we give an opportunity for our clients to still have choice, and there's still 100+ cabin configurations that you have, but at the same time, let them have what is an absolute best option that you could have within the different VIP zones that you would have on this aircraft. And one thing to highlight, obviously, we've done it together with our partner, Comlux, which we've selected for the first 15 cabins. I'm also delighted to say that during the launch, we have announced that we've sold 6 of those aircrafts already, and there's much more interest. First of those will be entering into service in 2023. And I guess Comlux was not just the launch customer, an outfitting partner, but also someone that provided us some help from an operations standpoint to really come up with an ultimate solution for our customers. So I guess in summary, what we could say about this aircraft, first of all, it's a purpose-built aircraft for private aviation. So Acj320, using the latest of the platform that there are, and probably comparable to our 350 platform, taking advantage of all the latest technologies, of all the latest options that are available today. It's born connected. I also wanted to mention it's a North American-born aircraft. It's obviously born in Canada, and the outfitting will be done in the US, which I think is important for our audience here at NBAA. You talk about the ultimate personal space. There are really no sacrifices when it comes to space. You're talking about an intercontinental range with most of the city pairs that you could be looking for. With 5,650 nautical miles or more than 12 hours of flying time, that really covers most of the space. What's quite interesting is also, and it's kind of counterintuitive, is you're talking about 30% lower operating cost. for that aircraft compared to a smaller BizJets. And at the same time, you're talking about a much better retention value. And I think with this signature cabin catalog, that even goes up. Certainly, it's an amazing product. I'm extremely excited to be in a position that I'm in, to be able to offer it to the market and to talk to our customers. First feedback is very positive, and we're looking forward to be talking to more of you, I guess, out there to discuss the options and what we can do for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Stan. One thing, we've been going through the product line of the ACJ, so maybe we can talk a bit more about the services. So what's the ambition, Benoit, for the services in the future?
First of all, I want to thank Stan. I'm noted that he's very excited to sell much more Acj320, so I'm very interested by that, I have to say. But I insist because I really think it's a very good product. But on top of our product, we spoke about the portfolio, the platform we have, all last technology, very modern, with new engine option for some of them. It's the core of our business, but the platform without the services around, it's nothing. The day we deliver our platform, it's the beginning of the life of our ACJs. So we are also offering to our customers and to the operators specific services like the cabin outfitting management, like some services during the turnkey services during the operation, to refurbish, to upgrade, all the support in order to operate the ACJs. And it's very important for us. It's a mindset we have in our team. We are speaking quite often about excellence in customer care. It's not just a few words. You know that we have the customer advisory board. We are meeting with our customers 4 times a year, selecting all the improvement, all what can be done in order to develop, continuously develop our platform. So it's important to notice that, because it's definitely part of our services to our customers and the way we want to support and serve our customers.
Okay, so that's today, but what's in the future? What can you talk to us about in the future?
Yeah, it's interesting to see how, I said it at the early beginning, that Airbus is providing a global business aviation solution. It means that we are already providing solution with the airplane, also providing solution with the helicopter, and we have the ambition to go door to door and to continue to progress in this capability to transport our individuals or government from door to door. So it means the helicopter or the aircraft, but also what has been started and already developed. Some prototype had been developed within Airbus, which is the eVTOL and unmanned solution, in order to have an even larger offer around personal transportation. And two first prototype flew in the past, and we continue to develop our portfolio in this area. The future is coming. We are pioneering the future in this direction, but also in another direction, which is very, very important for us, is the decarbonization of aviation. It's a must. We have to think about it. We will benefit as ACJ of all the evolution which are developed for the airline. It starts with the sustainable aviation fuel, and it will continue with hydrogen, zero-E concept. A lot of communication had been done, but it's real now. It's coming. 2035, it's tomorrow, and definitely it's demonstrate that Airbus is pioneering the future.
Thank you very much, Benoit. Stan. So this is the end of the press briefing. However, we've got our Q&A following. So thank you very much for sending in your questions. We have received quite a few. So I will start now the Q&A. Benoit, Stan, yes. How do you see your business in 2021?
That's a good question. I have no crystal ball, but I could put together the various elements I have in front of me. First of all, uncertainty. It's a word we need to keep in mind, because we don't know exactly what will happen. We have good news with the vaccine, which will come quite soon, maybe quicker than everybody was expecting, which is a very good news for the people first, for all of us, and also for the business around the world. So that's on one hand, you have this uncertainty. On the other hand, if you look at what we said about the resilience of our business, the new product, new development we are working on and we will deliver soon, I would say that I anticipate, I cannot say I predict, I anticipate a quite balanced year, an average year. 2020 was a record year. We benefit from all what has been done during the previous year. Stan was there to grab the fruits. It's good. It's a good start. I hope that we'll do more than an average year, but I see that.
Stan?
Yeah, I'm still cautiously ambitious though. So I do believe with the product portfolio that we have, with what we've seen in terms of business aviation resilience, as Benoit said, the newcomers that are coming to the industry, the product that we have. On top of that, we're seeing new market niches that are starting to appear during that time. We've seen some of the players, especially in the North American market, doubling the number of memberships that they have in the fractional ownership space, or the premium private flight, as we call it. So FBO, full business class travel, where people really want to have the privacy and the luxury, but at the same time, the convenience of traveling the private aviation. And I have to say, personally, having tried the private aviation, it's very hard to go back to commercial, but at the same time, we'll have to, of course, but I have to say I'm cautiously ambitious. So we're looking for a strong year for us across the board.
Okay, thank you, Stan. How do you see the US market for ACJ, Stan?
Look, US market is an extremely important market for business aviation in general. It's about half of the whole market. Typically, it hasn't been a very strong market for the bizliners. So that's why, once again, I'm extremely excited to have the new product, the new niche that we've created, the extra large bizjet that will really address the needs of our North American clients. On top of that, we are very much at home in the US, even though we obviously have European heritage. We spend more than $17 billion in the US. We have factory in the US. As I said, the product that we've launched now is a North American bond product. So I'm quite optimistic, and we are making more and more inroads in the North American market. And I think especially in the US, we're going to see quite a lot of interest and sales, I would expect.
Okay, thank you. So we've got another question to Benoit. Benoit, why have you chosen Comlux as your outfitter partner for the Acj320?
It's very consistent with the strategy of the Acj320. We decided very early that we'll go for a flexible cabin catalog. And so we had to define this cabin and also to find a partner which know well the Acj. And in order to define which module we are going to design and the way we are going to design all this cabin. So it was quite logical to work with Comlux. They have an incredible experience in business aviation, including Acj, but not only. So it means that they know very well the market and the overall market. They are operating our Acj. They know our customers also. So we put together our knowledge in order to design this Acj320. And then on top, they are the launch customer for this aircraft. So it's a logical partnership, I would say.
Okay, so we have another question. Who are the different Acj approved outfitters?
Oh, it's now Comlux. We spoke about it. We have three in Europe: AMAC, Jet Aviation, and Lufthansa, and Tyco in China.
Okay, thank you. Then we have got another question. Is the 220 able to operate at smaller airports with short runways like London City?
Yes, absolutely. And I guess I haven't mentioned it, but what I said when we talked about the purpose built for business aviation, one of the things that we also looked at is the operations of that aircraft. And it is quite important for those that are traveling in that segment to be able to get into the smaller airports like the London City. So A220 has actually got a shorter takeoff runway needs than a Gulfstream 650, for example.
Okay. Another question to Benoit and Stan. Will anyone besides Germany buy the Acj350?
we have 4 Acj320 we sold 4 Acj320, 3 for German Air Force and 1 other for an undisclosed customer.
Okay.
And we have many campaigns going around.
Yeah, I was going to add to that. I mean, we had quite a lot of interest around 350, and there's still quite a lot of interest around 350. Well, besides the German government, which we're very appreciative to have, but there's interest across the globe, both from private and governmental clients.
It's the most modern and the wider platform that you can find today.
Okay. Then there's another question regarding Comlux. Comlux has secured the completion of the next 15 Acj320s with Silvia Maria's design. Is there room for another completion center?
For the time being, the first 15 cabin, it's an exclusive partnership for the Acj320. And that's the way we build this software.
Okay. And next question, will there be, can it be a different design or different designers?
The purpose, I come back to the strategy of the product. We cannot offer the sweet points you were speaking about in between the space, the range, and the price without this approach like the one which was presented by Stan with the flexible cabin catalog, sorry. And so that's the product we are offering. We have 3 ambience. It was not mentioned. We have 3 kind of ambience in order to fulfill the taste and the need of our customers. If a customer wants a fully customized interior and with his designer, with fancy things, whatever he wants, then the 319 it's a bit wider, but it's the perfect platform for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, and we have no more questions. So thank you very much, Benoit.
Thank you,
Stan,
Heidi. Thank you
for
to
being
everybody.
Here. We're closing now the press briefing. Thank you for following us, and stay safe, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.